Welcome to the Broccoli Pod. We're your hosts. I'm Augie Dupre.
I'm Capital J, and we're here with
Davey Legend.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, the legendary Davey.
Yes, me.
Glad to have you in here, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm glad to have you guys in here.
Well, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Let you hang
What
on
are we-
for a minute.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my brain warmed up.
Why?
So what are you gonna say?
I don't know.
Why's your brain
I feel
fried?
so underprepared.
Why's your
was the
brain
show?
fried?
Bro, wait.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's on fire.
What's on fire?
The light is so bright, it's literally burning.
The glass
Burning
is
what?
melting. There's probably dust on it.
What's it burning?
Stop looking into it.
What is it? This literal
you're gonna-
smoke.
Burn the camera.
It's burning all the dust particles in the air
That's
right
actually that's actually what's happening.
Okay,
What the fuck?
well, we got a new light,
now.
and
We're all blind
It's
right
so
now.
it's so bright.
It's so good that it's bad, actually.
Would you believe that there's no lights on in this room except for one light that's like this big?
And we're all
It's
blind.
the face of the sun.
Yeah.
I would point it at the camera and show it, but it will probably
It
destroy
would destroy the camera.
some crazy shit. Yeah.
It probably just did, honestly, when you
Yeah.
did that.
No, for real. So crazy.
Yeah, sorry you guys can't see anything. We gotta get a new camera now. Davey, thanks.
Nice.
I know. It's fucking all up.
Well, bro, how was the show last night?
Bro, the show was really good. It was really cool to see like how many people like turned out, because like you never know. Like even with pre-sale, like you, or even like the RSVPs, like you kind of know, but you never do. Like there's a lot of shows, all the shows I think that are gonna do really well, like never do, and the ones that I'm like, oh, like that'll be cool, they always do really fucking good. So, like, yeah,
kinda
it
like-
was cool.
Good to not put any expectations on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no expectations.
Yeah, bro. I did not expect that many people to be there. Honestly, I thought it was I got my locations mixed up, and I was like, oh, there's not going to be that many people there, but...
I think we should do something about this light. I smell burning now.
Yeah, it's smoking a lot more now.
It's probably gonna like, honestly.
I just
Where did you get that at?
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, switching these
yeah,
on.
throw this on.
And we're back. That's all right. One of these days we'll figure everything out here.
yeah. We're just
Yeah.
trying new things.
Yeah, you know.
Figuring
Just,
it out.
you know,
as we
trying
go.
to burn down the building and shit.
Here, hold
every
this for a second.
episode.
All right, bet.
Yeah, it smells like a fire.
Yeah. Is the camera still good?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Hold up. The gain on this one, my sound engineer ass wants to fix everything.
Is that
Okay, good.
bet?
Fire.
So this is your first broccoli pod.
I know. Yes. I'm not the best podcaster, I don't think, but we like sat down and chatted like what 2 or 3 nights ago and just started going.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was like kind of like the vibe.
I think it was Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night. It was crazy. But yeah, you guys are crazy because like this is actually just natural for y'all. Like I don't know why you haven't been doing this, because like just sitting down and talking, it's like you guys are just easy to like have, I guess, like podcasty like conversations, like deep convos, and you guys know a lot of shit too.
Oh, thanks.
Like you know a lot of shit about like the weird creepy shit with like the stairs in the forest and shit.
The forest stairs.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the crazy weird,
The cryptic
and stuff
shit.
about like Redding and shit too, because we've had lots of conversations about that stuff too, which is super cool. And then Jay, you just know everything else.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Jay knows everything else.
A ton of useless facts, really.
Yeah,
That somehow became useful for doing a
now they're useful,
podcast.
which is wild. People...
I think we all know useful things. Like I know like useless things. We all know useless things, but like together, it's useful.
Yeah, yeah. We can all make one coherent thought together.
It's like all 3 brain cells together. Something's gotta get done, right?
Unless
I feel
they-
like I only have 2 left after last night for sure.
Really?
I only have one left after that lamp.
Yeah, bro. I barely have a cornea left.
Yeah.
I still smell it.
Yeah. It's that smell's not going away for a little while.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Give us a little bit of an inside scoop on who David Legendary is. Actually, how'd you get that name?
Davey Legend.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've never heard that
that's
story.
actually pretty good. So it's not my real name, which is gonna like disappoint so many people. I know so many people actually think that's my real name. I've told a lot of people it is because I don't want people knowing my real name, so I won't even say it on here. Because like I just care about.
Should I say
people do weird things.
No, I'm kidding.
Do you know my real name?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
See, I know your real name. Fucking fake out. I didn't know you had a different name for a while.
Yeah, that's how I like it too.
Exactly.
Until like my friends are like, "Oh, that's David." Like,
I know, and like, but like, it's good because there can't be two Davids.
yeah.
That
Facts.
all of our name is David.
Is your name David too?
Yeah,
That's why he
bro, I
goes by
just go
Jay.
No, you're lying.
That's why he goes by
No,
Jay.
show me your ID right now. No, you're lying. I was like, bro, shut the fuck up, dude. There's no. I work at this church.
Oh, Z's name's David.
Yes. God.
And we all did a song together before we knew that.
Yeah. So why is my name Davey Legend? Just not to be David. That's the only reason why. No. In high school, people used to call me Davey. That was like their thing.
Who's they?
Girls.
Oh.
Females. Guys hated me in high school because the girls liked me.
Oh.
So the girl, yeah.
That's why you're
I was
legendary.
bullied.
Yeah. Let's go. Phil's character.
But yeah, they used to call me like Davey, and I was like, oh fuck it, like that's cool. And then my real last name starts with an L, and I wanted to keep my initials. I guess like in my head back then, I was like, that's gonna make life easier. It really doesn't fucking matter. But I guess like Davey's close enough to David, so that makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, so Davey, and then I literally was like, what's the first like word that could be a last name that comes to mind that starts with an L? And I was like, Legend.
John Legend.
Yeah, and then that happened. That's like one of the top things. Then everyone's like my management and I were even like talking about this because like we're working on album number 3 and stuff right now, and like working on like rebranding and kind of like a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not even like used to. And he's like, he works with like a lot of bigger people, and he's like pushing me out and like talking to people, and like one of the big things that like I've had talks with other industry people like a lot is like about my name, on like whether or not I should change it, because Davey Legend is like, it's like not corny, but it kind of is. It's like in the middle ground.
That's right where you want to be.
Exactly.
Great name.
Yeah, it's a great name.
That's what everybody says is like, if you have a name that like everyone's like just cool with, and it's like too cool, then it's boring because it's just too cool. And so Davey Legend splits almost everybody down the middle. Like they either think that it's a little corny or they love it, and that's exactly where you want to be, because it just sparks conversation. At least that's what we kind of concluded. But yeah, I've always been aware that it's like a lot of people think that it's corny, but like I just don't give a fuck if people think it's corny.
If you were to change your name, what would it be?
Uriah.
Ooh.
Uriah. Paul?
Okay.
Who's that?
He's a UFC fighter.
Oh, really? Fuck it. I'm gonna fucking just start taking roids. Like, look like a different motherfucker if shit goes bad. But no, that's my real middle name is Uriah. So I would just go by Uriah.
So now I know your full
Now
name.
I know your full name.
Interesting.
Fuck. Making mistakes one day at a boy.
We'll look you up on Truth Finder to find the truth.
What's Truth Finder?
That's like where you go. You can like enter people's names and get all of their information and like their criminal records and stuff like that. Addresses, license plates.
Yeah, you would.
Phone numbers.
Oh, he's been on some bad dates.
Yeah. Jesus.
I like to consider myself a private investigator.
Yeah, for real.
Got my license in all 50 states.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
So
That's
how much you
bullshit.
charge?
You don't need a license for that.
Do you not?
You do.
I mean, I know. Nobody's ever asked me for
That's
it.
why it's private.
I just pull out my wallet and say private investigator. You know,
Yeah,
just
just hit
like
him
that.
with the little flash.
Jesus
The detective flash, like, here for on-scene
And it's
business.
really just my Quiznos card.
Oh my god.
It's a Costco membership.
Yo. That'd be so funny. We gotta do like a skit like that. It's a Broccoli Pod membership.
Ooh.
When are we gonna
Join our Patreon to get a Broccoli Pod membership, which will allow you to become a private investigator in all 50 states, but we
Yeah.
will not be responsible for any of the liability.
Facts.
Yeah. You guys.
That's all on you.
That's a live ad read for the day.
$185 a month, just so you know.
Damn. We got that premium membership.
Hey, man,
it comes with an OnlyFans too.
It's cheaper than the college.
You get our episodes like 30 minutes before everybody else. You know,
it's cheaper than college.
30 minutes before everyone.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, and you get to enroll in one free course at Shasta College.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But it's taught by us, and it's here.
Full Sail University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ITT.
Well, shit, we should talk about something.
Yeah. How'd you get into the music?
Bro, I've always been in music. My mom was, so I was homeschooled, so my mom like put me in everything she could always. And she was like, this kid isn't gonna do one thing. He's gonna do everything, and we're not gonna let him get good at it. We're gonna switch it. As soon as he gets the hang of it, we're switching him. So I did violin first. Worst instrument to start a kid on, and so many young kids start on violin. I mean,
it's hard.
It's so squeaky. It's like, why would you want that in your household? Anyways,
I was talking about this on Calvin Black's episode. My little brother played.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah, and my little brother played too, and it was like, for the first couple months, it was almost unbearable. But then he got good, you know, and it's like, all right, cool, this is way better. But damn.
He actually got good though?
Yeah.
Most kids I've seen never get good.
Well, my mom is super like, she's like, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it. And she'll like make you practice, and make you do it. So every time that I joined something, I made sure that it was like you at least do the full season, or like you at least make it to a tournament or something.
Yeah, his mom's a fucking badass.
Yeah, bro, that's what matters for real. Like that's how like.
Shout out mom.
Yeah, shout out mom.
For real.
No, but that's how like I think that like who was I talking about this about? I think I was talking to you guys about it a little bit, but even like Adrian, but like I can very clearly tell how people were raised, like especially as adults now, because like, I feel like you become your parents. But it's like the values that you have, like, and especially with the people that I try to work with and that I respect like the most is like I could tell what their like how their parents were, and like the values of like commit, finish, do your like your word is your word. Like, all these different things.
If you say you're gonna do something, you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the one thing my dad instilled in me was like that, and work your ass off. Otherwise, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly. But I can barely clearly like see that shit. Anyways.
Sorry, that was just a picture for my secret stash.
I got you. Back on? Good to go. Just so I can line it up. So I started on violin, and then after that I did piano for a bit. And then once I hit like 13, 14, I taught myself guitar, and I started doing like covers of like, I think the first song I ever did was like Bastille. It was like that one, like hey hey oh hey oh hey hey oh. Like I'm not even kidding. I think when I did it, I think I have a
Could
video.
you
I do the
do
AAs?
more? Because I'm not sure if I know that song.
What? I was left to my own devices. I don't even remember how it goes, but yeah, it's like the ayo 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 ayo, like that part of it's so lit. But I started doing like covers and stuff, and I was like, damn, this is cool. And my voice sucked. I started out not having a good voice. My mom actually was the one who like discovered that I could sing or whatever. Because I mean, I would sing like around the house and stuff, but I never like recorded myself or even wanted to be like a pop artist or an artist at all. And then she took me to Jimmy Bryant in town. He's like the best vocal coach ever. If you ever want to get vocal lessons, Jimmy Bryant. He's fucking lit.
There's what is vocal lessons?
You know it's a thing.
Where they teach you how to sing.
Yeah. How to sing better.
You can change that stuff?
It's a muscle, bro.
Yeah.
You can teach somebody how to do that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like you said, it's a muscle, bro. Don't you want to get that thing ripped?
He goes, nice. Vocal roids. But no,
welcome to the Steroids Podcast.
Yeah.
Actually,
let's get fucking juice.
Shout out Dan the bodybuilder from Thailand. Your podcast is awesome, by the way.
Whoa. Wait, what's it about?
It's called the Steroids Podcast.
Is it actually? And they do roids?
I mean, he does, yeah. He's a pro bodybuilder.
Really? Damn. That's crazy, bro. I've thought about it. I've considered it. If everything goes bad, I'm gonna do roids and change my name to Uriah.
Just get juiced.
Just get juiced. Just get fucking.
It's highly inconvenient, but
yeah. Wait, which part?
Being juiced.
Oh, really? Why?
I mean, dude, you got a lot of weight on your body when you're that big. And you got,
really?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as being like if you're 250 or 300 pounds and you're overweight, like unhealthy, it's the same thing as having 300 pounds of muscle on you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Your joints can only.
Or it's just
I mean, it's just as unhealthy. You're carrying like way too much weight for your body. You know, like those dudes who are like 280 pounds and they're just like giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, their bones are not meant to carry all that. Yeah, your bones are hella not meant to carry that. Yeah. But it takes a long time to get there, so.
I guess I didn't think of that. I was like, the muscles hold themselves up.
Yeah.
I know what anatomy.
Yeah, you would think so, but.
Yeah.
Jesus. It definitely helps, but.
Yeah.
Not that much. And then you eat like 10, 15 times a day?
I already eat like 7 or 8 times a day. Yeah, I eat like 4,000 calories.
Before you started like working out and like carrying all that stuff, were you like a bigger dude or were you like skinny?
No, I was like 132 pounds when I started.
He was like Lilo's like size.
Really?
Yeah.
See, you guys are always the type of people that actually get big, but I've always been like this size, which is like in between something, right? Like I'm like a bigger dude, I feel like. So it's so, like, I feel like it's so much easier for like, you know way more about this kind of stuff than I do, but I always feel like it's easier for like skinny dudes to get ripped or more ripped because they just have to eat more. Whereas like for like me, I have to eat like less or like way smarter.
Yeah, so from basically what I've seen as far as like helping train and myself, I've noticed that guys who start out really skinny mostly just have a problem with eating in general. Also, we burn more calories just kind of like sitting around. You burn a lot of calories through your day without knowing about it. Just like how you breathe and move around, the way like just moving your hands during your like when you're talking can increase like how many calories you burn over the day, and it ends up adding up to be a lot. Yeah. So really skinny dudes already have that going for them, and then they don't really like eating that much. Yeah. So when you pack on calories, you're already burning like a lot of that fat off. So in my opinion, it's easier to eat, but it's harder to work out because you're smaller. And then guys who are bigger have an easier time, I think, working out, but a harder time controlling their diet and losing the fat. Yep, I can totally see that. So I guess in both ways it's difficult. One's more physically demanding and one's more mentally demanding. Yeah. And then if you're like stuck at one size, at that point it's more just like you've been working out for quite a while. Yeah. And if you want to get bigger, then it mostly comes down to more details at that point. Because at first it's not about the details. It's just like, okay, I'm overweight. I just need to start walking or whatever. And you don't need to worry about the details as much. But when you start to get to a point where you're like, I'd like to be a little bit different looking. Yeah. But I've been doing this for a long time. You have to start dialing it in, like track your diet, track your calories. And that actually will make a difference. Yeah.
Damn. I feel like for me to actually like have that discipline, I need like a personal trainer or something, because I just don't know enough about it, and like I'm not like interested enough in it to like learn it, you know. Like I'd rather have like a personal trainer to just do that.
Yeah. Know? Well, hey man, hit me up sometime. We'll trade. Really? Hey, yeah, bro. I'll trade you.
I'm not going to NS Fit anymore.
That's okay. Really? I got other memberships.
Damn. Damn.
This is what he does for a living.
This is what I do, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. Let's do it. Yeah. For real. Broccoli pod fucking train. We should get a broccoli pod gym.
Dude, honestly, that is one of my dreams, is to have my own gym.
That'd be so sick. Yeah. And like we have like a ball pit, but instead of balls, it's broccoli. He's fucking jumping.
Olympic pools, bro. Yeah. Resistance swimming.
Ranch. We have like a pool of ranch and a bubble, and then like you go from the ball pit of broccoli to the ranch. Or you jump in the you jump in the ranch pool, and then you transfer from the ranch pool into like the broccoli pit, and then you come out and there's broccoli on you. That's I don't know.
Like the chicken tar feathers.
That's some food porn type shit. Yeah, like that.
Yo, the zoo culture, which is Bradley Martin's gym that he just opened down south. They had like strippers on the first day that they opened.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
They were like, they had hella strippers.
There was like that clip from that, I think, where he's like, if you're not an influencer, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's so funny, bro. Yeah. Bradley Martin's lit. He's an elk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, Nelk is lit.
Oh yeah, didn't one of those guys just get canceled recently?
One of the
I think they're always doing it.
Like got cut off of like social media and shit.
Steve will do it. Always gets cut off. Like he actually isn't even allowed to have a YouTube.
Yeah.
That's I think I saw that podcast when his brother was like, he's not allowed to be on YouTube anymore. And if like he goes on any videos with him,
taken off.
He's gonna get banned too.
Yeah, that Steve will do it.
Damn, bro.
He got 100K overnight on YouTube, and they were like, "We're not sending you a plaque. In fact, we're actually deleting your account."
Like,
retarded.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Does he do crazy stuff?
Yeah,
like
he does whatever, bro. He will do anything. Steve will do it.
Steve will do it. He'll do anything. No, that's crazy.
So, where do you get your influences from?
Like musically?
Yeah, or just like in general too.
I mean, I guess musically, there's a lot. I guess like not anymore. I guess, but like Kanye always was like a big influence, and he's like an influence to everybody. But I wouldn't say like.
Shout out Kanye 2024.
Yeah, no. No. Bro went a little too much off the deep end.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, like for like a while I was like, okay, he's just being edgy, but then now I'm like, okay, whoa, like bro's a little
actually crazy.
Yeah, bro's a little actually mental now. Like they actually drive him crazy. But Kanye, like I guess
My boy's been unstable since 2000.
Yeah.
And you ever heard this on Heartless?
Yeah, bro. But Porter Robinson recently has been like a big part of like sonically what I'm going for production wise. Like I love the way he does stuff. He's like very like early mid 2010s like pop almost, but it's dance music, but just the textures in it. Like people growing up, 21 Pilots was like my biggest influence ever, and I would say like probably total like overall influence. Like they're the most. Like I love their songwriting. I love everything about Tyler Joseph and the way that they branded themselves, the way that they created like their cult fan base, and everything is just like, oh my goodness. And I was part of that. Like I used to sit in school and just like draw stuff, and like that's where like the tattoos on the side of my head come from. Like just like watching his tattoos and being like, I want that. So yeah, 21 Pilots was like the biggest.
Your favorite song by them?
God, you can't do that to a super fan.
Album
Vessel.
Yeah,
okay. The one with the like two old grandpas. Their grandpas were like the cover. It's literally just two guys in the cover. Nothing. It's like white background and then their grandpas just standing there. But I love that album. That's
genius.
Yeah, brilliant marketing.
I never really started listening to them until their album, like with Ride and all that on it.
Oh, really? I mean, that's when they blew up. Yeah. That's when I found them too. So I wasn't like an OG
Okay,
fan.
Gotcha.
But the Vessel's the one that right before that.
Okay.
Which they got signed. Their story's kind of crazy because they were just doing shows, and they only got signed because they sold out the biggest show in Ohio. So they would just do shows and tour, and they like
just
didn't have the restreams. Just Ohio. I mean, maybe they did some stuff outside, but they focused on Ohio. And then after doing enough shows,
it's a good marketing plan.
Yep, they sold out like the biggest like one in Columbus, the biggest venue, and then like from that, the moment they did that, like every label was like fighting to get them. Then they did like their first album, Vessel, which was like okay push, and then the second album is the one with Ride and everything. That's the one that we all know.
That one was fire. That one was like the anthem for a long time.
Yeah, for real. It's just a solid album, bro. Like so many songs on that went viral because they were just so good. And the
videos for them too.
Yeah, I mean that's where like I think I love them the most. Like I love the music and stuff, but the visually and like the world that they created and like the like lore almost is really where like you can just get lost in it in like a good way. And like I think Tyler Joseph like really thought about that really deep, and I think that's what most artists kind of miss. Is like you need to have a little bit of lore. Travis Scott has lore. Even Drake has lore.
It's like real artistry. It's art.
Yes.
Like actual art, not just music. It's art at that point.
Yeah.
You know, which a lot of people miss the part on that. Like they get too absorbed in like what the music's supposed to be that they don't even think about it as art.
I mean, I think even like outside of music art, like Van Gogh and like Picasso, like they have
a story.
Yeah, their lore is more like their real life lore, but you see it in their paintings when you go to an art museum. You're reading about the story behind it, which is the lore, right?
That's true.
And if your music doesn't have lore, then like there's nothing, and that's why we like these famous artists and everything.
Depth.
Yes, exactly.
Depth is very important.
Exactly. A lot of people actually do have lore. Like I was even talking to Adrian, and like a lot of the artists that like I work with, like a lot of them do have lore, but they're not good at showing it, or like they just expect people to pick up on it. And like you have to put a little bit more work into like actually making it palatable, and like people need to actually, you need to give away enough for them to like get hooked.
Unpack that. What does that mean for you?
Like, for like artist branding and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Yeah, just to line it up. I don't know. I'm trying to think about like how I could like. What do you mean unpack it?
Like, how do you show who? Like, for you, how are you showing that?
Like right now we're busy building. Like I can tell you how I did it in the past, because right now we're still building it up, and like I can't give away too much because like we haven't started like the whole new era and stuff. Sneak peek. No, I can't. But like in the past, it was like, like having consistent symbols. So like for my first album, like I have like this symbol on my finger, and then like these on here, and like they all mean something. So like every piece of content, like from like the album covers and like the single covers and stuff would have like a symbol on it or something, right? And then like I'll have like these colors associated or emojis associated with like certain releases, and so that's like part of world building. And I'll make sure that like the emojis aren't just like just colors, but they kind of tell like part of the story. So like Goliath was like caterpillar, basket, like sunflower, and so like in the cover for the song, like the actual cover, there's a sunflower, and it's kind of like that vibe, right? Nick, he's here. You can tell him. But like that kind of thing, and then I also like brainstorm. Like I'll sit at home and I'll listen to my songs and stuff, all my old songs and the new ones and the demos, and then I'll just draw, like whatever, like whether, and like I'll draw like eyes or like different things.
Oh, cool! You draw too.
Yeah, I'm really fucking bad. Nice. I'm really bad at
drawing. I'm really bad.
I'm so bad at drawing, but I do it just to kind of world build. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that even answers the question, because there isn't really like a method to the madness. It's kind of just like
it just says do your thing. When you were talking about that, what I was actually thinking was more about how you're like building yourself not only as an artist, but you're building yourself as a business owner, a studio manager, essentially. You know, like you do everything really, and then you put on all the shows. Like being more of like a mover in the music is kind of what I was thinking when you said that.
Yeah.
Because that's how I think of you. You know, I don't think of you just as a music artist. I think of you as like in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like you do all the stuff. Like you put on the shows. Yeah. Like I was saying.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of been doing that like a lot more recently, because I kind of just feel like I have to. Like, I mean, it's what I do for like a living is this, and like running studios and sessions and stuff. I also like think that it's a good thing for me just running sessions and stuff and putting time into other artists, because I learn from them. You know, even if someone is like less skilled or less like experienced than me, there's still so much that I can learn from them. That's what I think a lot of people get wrong.
And even learn from yourself by teaching them.
Yeah, exactly. You learn the most yourself by trying to teach like somebody else, like 100%.
That's another thing a lot of people miss, is like mentoring other people isn't just for the other person. Like, I think my best like personal building and like being able to like see past my ego and stuff has been helping other people, because you're removing your ego when you're helping them, and then you're like, oh damn, I've been like that for a while.
Well, I think we were talking about this the other night, is that like it's way easier to do stuff for somebody else, you know, and be like, oh hey, this is like kind of the route that you should maybe go. Instead of actually doing it for yourself right away, you know? So when you see that route, you're like, oh, man, that actually would be a much better way to go about it, I think.
Yeah. No, it's weird, like, doing all this other stuff, too. Like, for the longest time, I was just, like, an artist, and then, like, I was a big part of, like, me and Trevor were co-owners of, like, the X3 Studios, so, like, we did that whole thing, and, like, wrote out X3, kind of, like, made that thing, and then that kind of ran its course, and then like Calvin Sunday now is like, I took like 2022 off from like doing any stuff really. I was just kind of at home working through my own personal stuff and kind of recovering from a lot of the negative stuff that had happened, and then we started this studio, and I was just like, damn, like I have a lot of really big things going on in like my career and about to happen in my career that are gonna like change my life, and like I'm not realistically going to, and like my manager's literally just like, dude, like you're not gonna have time to do this stuff next year. Like as soon as 2024 hits, it's like I'm barely gonna be like home. I'm mainly gonna be like on the road in LA, in New York, like and like opening for I can't say too much, but doing like a lot of really cool stuff. So I'm not gonna have time for this. So like Calvin Study Studios is like, for this year, I want to give back as much as I can. I really care about this city genuinely, and like what this city needs is someone who can give it 100% without having a return, because like the scene is so small that there's nothing to gain from it right now. Like there really isn't. So you need someone that like can have good business principles and stuff, which usually that would be like somebody in the like late 30s who has money and stuff, but who can kind of nurture it with good business principles, like show up on time, give people what they deserve, like and just be truthful, blah 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 blah. You know, and then just do stuff for everybody, kind of unbiasedly. And so that's kind of what the studio is all about, and just promoting artistry. And like I just want it to be an example, and hopefully a spark that takes off, and like all artists here can continue it with when I like inevitably step away next year to do my own thing, which I think will help Reading as well. I think anybody blowing up from here, whether it's me or anybody else, is just gonna like inspire other people.
And it's crazy like seeing like the come up of people like over the past couple of years when I started getting into music. Like there was like people in it, but not everybody was really that great. But now like seeing like even the last night's show, like it was like such a huge difference to like the scene. Like everybody that went there was probably really surprised that everybody killed it. Yeah. Everybody was really good. Everybody has the ability to become like a good artist. Yeah. You know, like they all do. Yeah. There wasn't anybody that was like, oh, well, he kind of sucked. Yeah. Which is usually something you at least find one of those. It's almost
always like that. Yeah. 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 No, it was really good, bro. Like, and everyone's gotten better because
they're putting in the work too, because they're seeing all the work that everybody else is putting in. Yeah. And that's something that I've been hit up about a lot. Is like people really trying to put in their work because they see what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's working, bro. It's been like, but it's crazy how long, well, how fast things go, but also how long it takes. It's like the things that we were doing 3 years ago are now finally taking effect, and like we're seeing the results.
And people are remembering it now, other than, you know, like before.
Yeah, judging it like in the moment, like now looking back, everyone looks back fondly. Yeah, you know.
But so, what's on the roadmap for 2023?
For Calvin Study Studios, or for me?
For Davey Legend.
For Davey.
For David Legendary.
Finishing this album. I like, this is like the best music that I have. It's like eons beyond everything that I've done before, and it's with very, very big people, very, very talented people. Like I've got Grammy nominated producers that I'm working with, that I'm like so honored to be able to work with, and like the fact that they like my stuff enough to even give me any time of day is just crazy. But I've been working my butt off. It's like all 2022 I only dropped Goliath, and that's not because that's the only thing I made that year. That's just because everything else we're just waiting for the right time. And with all the big things that are happening in 2024, we just want it to be perfect. And like I've never been this prepared for a drop before. Like we're prepared like over a year out with stuff, and we're still not ready yet, which is just crazy. But I don't know, this year is like just keep busy, and like I'm working on myself, and just I don't know, it's just preparing for next year, honestly. I mean, there's gonna be cool stuff happening this year. I am dropping stuff this year. There's some singles dropping this year that are going to be precursors. So like, I mean, things if things like go interludes really crazy, almost. Not even interludes. They're the beginning of era 2 of phase 2 of Davey Legend.
Reinforcing the foundation.
Yeah. We're going, like, you'll see the beginning of what's coming next this year. But I don't know. It's anyone's guess on whether that's going to be the thing that if I blow up this year, you know, or if it's what's happening in 2024. But I don't know. Yeah, the roadmap is like grow this, grow Reading, grow the people around me, grow myself, and then just keep moving on, bro.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what's up, bro. Well, this has been a really great, insightful podcast to let the people know where to find you at.
Oh, yes. Davey Legend on Instagram. and on Spotify and on everything. It's Davey Space Legend. It's literally it. So follow me, listen to me, whatever.
Well, yeah, bro. Thanks again for coming into the studio. We really appreciate having you. And honestly, thanks for the show last night.
Mhm.
Thanks for really everything, bro.
And thanks for like letting us do this at the studio.
Yeah, this has been really
This is
awesome.
huge.
We're super
Yes.
psyched to be able to
Bro,
do
I'm
this.
stoked that
And
this is happening.
honestly, I'm pumped to be part of like the music industry or music scene now here.
Yes, bro.
And I do owe it to like you guys that pushed me into this. And
Shout out to Shaq.
Yeah, and shout out Chaos
shout
too,
out
bro.
Shaq.
The Shaq, Chaos, everybody, bro. I appreciate y'all. Thanks again for coming in. I'm Capital J.
I'm Augie Dupre.
This has been the Broccoli Pod. We'll see you next time.